Hello, today I'm going to show you how to insert a zip simply between two pieces of fabric. There are three parts to a zip. There is the tape, which is the bit that you stitch onto your garment or product. There is the slider or pull, which goes up and down to make the zip operate. And finally, there are the teeth. These are the little bits that join together to actually make the zip do its job. The zip is going to be sewn between two pieces of flat fabric. We start by taking the right side of the zip, that's the side of the slider on it, and putting it face down onto the right side of the fabric you're stitching it to, matching up the edges. Pin it in place. If you put your pins pointing towards the cut edge, like so, you can actually leave them in place whilst you stitch. Just down and up, pointing towards the cut edge with the cut edge and the zip tape lined up. And we're going to stitch down that side there. So when you have it on the machine, it'll go that way. So set up your machine to do a zigzag stitch. Just an ordinary zigzag stitch. On this particular machine, it's 5, 2, 3. Put your presser foot so that the centre of your stitch is across the edge of the fabric. Do a couple of stitches with your balance wheel to start it off, and then put your toe down. Take it nice and steady to start with. Where the slider is can be a bit awkward. Just take it steady. Down you go. Like I say, stitching over the pins because they're at right angles the way you're stitching. Snip the thread. There you go, zigzagged along that very edge there. Now you can take the pins out, and you're going to do the same with the other piece. So right side of the fabric facing up, take the right side of the zip, so that's the zip side with the slider on it, and put it face down onto your other piece of fabric. Line up the cut edges. Make sure that it's lined side to side as well, otherwise you'll end up with a wonky product. Again, putting the pins in, pointing towards the cut edge. There, down and up. I'm going to stitch that side. Obviously, when you put it on your machine, it'll go that way. So here we go. So line it up again, press a foot down. Couple of stitches with your balance wheel to check the right stitch in the right place, and also to lock your two threads together, and then toe down. Take it nice and steady. Lift your needle up, press a foot up, pull to one side, and then snip your threads. So now you can see we've got fabric, zip, fabric, but it doesn't look very nice just yet. It's attached, it's nice and firm, but we can make it nicer. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold the fabric and stitch it down onto the zip tape. You're going to pin through both layers of the fabric and through onto the zip tape. So that, fold it, hold it in place whilst you pin it down and up. And again, sometimes easier if you lie it flat on a table, on a flat surface. Down and up. And you can do the same on the other side. So fold your fabric, your zip tape is flat on the table. Pin goes down and up. You see there? We're going through both layers of the fabric and the zip tape. Just take care you're not scratching somebody's best table when you're pinning. So now we're going to stitch down the side to hold that in place. It'll make it look more professional. And then we do down the other side. There are two ways we can do it. Both of them use a straight stitch. The first one's with an ordinary presser foot. What we do is we move the needle from being in the centre to being to the left side. As always, a couple of stitches with the balance wheel to get you started. Check the right stitch in the right place and then toe down. With this, you need to take your pins out as you come towards them. You could tack it if you wanted to. It's not something I'm fond of though, so I just tend to pin and then slow down and take the pins out when we get there. Right the way off the end, and then needle up, press the foot up, pull and snip. The other way you can do it is to use a zip foot. This is what the one for this machine looks like. They're similar on all machines. What you do is swap it over, pull the ordinary presser foot off and slot the zip foot back in place. And then same process, you're going to put the edge of the zip foot along that fold. This time we're just doing an ordinary straight stitch, not moving your needle to one side at all, just going straight down. So on this machine it's 5, 1, 2. And again taking the pins out as you go. Get to the end, needle up, press the foot up, pull and snip. And there we have it. A zip securely inserted between two pieces of fabric.